General Hospital spoilers reveal that Willow is facing an overwhelming wave of pressure after evidence of her affair with Drew is exposed. The revelation at the Quartermain family Christmas party not only shatters her relationship with Michael, but also causes her family and friends to turn their backs on her. Willow is now not only confronted with Michael's outrage, but also has to endure the judgment and criticism from Carly, Nina, and even the Quartermain family. Everyone is focusing their attention and pressure on Willow, demanding that she explain and take responsibility for her actions. Michael's disappointment, combined with Carly's pain, creates an emotional storm weighing heavily on Willow. Even Nina, who once supported her, is starting to lose patience. These pressures not only make Willow feel isolated, but also push her into a state of mental turmoil. She is torn between defending her feelings for Drew and trying to salvage the remaining pieces of her family. But it seems that every effort Willow makes only increases the tension and makes the situation harder to control. The upcoming events promise to put Willow into a whirlwind of challenges and difficult decisions, where every action she takes could lead to serious consequences. Willow, who has already endured a difficult past with a severe illness, is being pushed into an increasingly unstable mental state after the mounting pressures and criticism from all sides. The revelation of her affair with Drew not only disrupts her current life, but also triggers deep-seated trauma in her mind. Willow feels cornered, with no way out, as she faces Michael's disappointment, Carly's criticism, and the judgment of those who once loved her. Her mental state is becoming more fragile than ever, especially since she cannot control her emotions and thoughts. The mounting pressure sometimes makes her feel like she no longer has the strength to face reality. But things don't stop there. A new shock arises, pushing everything to the breaking point. Some secret or unexpected event could become the last straw, completely upending Willow's life. Meanwhile, those around her begin to realize that Willow is not only struggling to protect herself from criticism, but also facing ghosts from her past and her own unstable mental state. This situation opens a new dramatic chapter, where Willow must find a way to confront herself, overcome the pain, and cope with the mounting pressures. What is to come will not only be a personal challenge for Willow, but also a trial for all the relationships around her. Caitlin McMullen reveals that Willow will fall into a severe psychological breakdown when she is stripped of custody of Wiley and Amelia. For Willow, losing custody is a devastating blow to her spirit, making her feel as though she has lost not only her family, but also the meaning of her life. Losing her children has pushed her into a state of despair, leading to increasingly delusional and unstable behavior. Carly and Michael, meanwhile, are working closely to implement a comprehensive plan to ensure Willow has no chance of regaining custody. Carly, with her strong protective instincts, has used every resource and influence to convince the court that Willow is incapable of taking care of Wiley and Amelia. Michael, although still harboring feelings for Willow, has chosen to stand with his mother to ensure his children do not grow up in an unstable environment. They have gathered evidence of Willow's past mistakes, combined with her current psychological instability, to build a strong case against her in court. Willow, who has already endured much pressure from her past mistakes, is now being pushed into a dark corner with no escape. Her mental state is deteriorating, and Carly and Michael's actions are only worsening the situation. Willow begins to feel isolated and betrayed, especially when she realizes no one is on her side. Not even those who were once close to her. Her mind is in turmoil, leading to uncontrollable actions which worry those around her even more. Meanwhile, Carly and Michael are not stopping at just stripping Willow of custody. They are planning to take full control of her life, including monitoring her mental health and limiting her personal freedoms. Carly is concerned that, in her current mental state, Willow could pose a danger to herself and others, especially Michael's children. However, Carly and Michael's actions only push Willow further into a corner, making her feel like she has nothing left to lose. The real disaster begins when Willow decides not to let Carly and Michael have things their way. She may take unexpected and unforeseen actions to protect her right to motherhood. Willow's struggle is not only a fight for custody, but also a battle within herself, with the psychological and emotional pressures mounting. Her instability pulls everyone around her, Carly, Michael, Nina, into a vortex of tension. As Willow is increasingly pushed into a state of desperation, her actions could lead to a series of shocking events in Port Charles. The struggle between a desperate mother and a family determined to protect the children is opening a new, tragic, and dramatic chapter, pushing everyone into unpredictable situations. The coming days will not only reshape Willow's life, but also deeply affect everyone connected to her, shaking all of Port Charles in unexpected ways. Nina decides to place Willow in a psychiatric facility after noticing her mental state is becoming increasingly unstable and could pose a danger to herself and others. This decision is not only born out of concern, but is also Nina's way of protecting the interests of Wiley and Amelia while reinforcing her position in the family. However, Nina's actions spark a new series of tense and dangerous conflicts. Michael, who has always protected Willow, feels betrayed when Nina makes this decision without consulting him. The tension between Michael and Nina escalates, leading to a fierce confrontation. Michael believes that putting Willow in a psychiatric facility is not the solution, but only worsens her situation. He feels responsible for protecting Willow and begins taking steps to get her out of the facility, regardless of the risks involved. Meanwhile, Drew, who has been tangled in his complicated relationship with Willow, cannot remain on the sidelines. He is torn between protecting Willow and the mounting tension in his relationship with Michael. Drew, with his decisive personality, may confront Nina to regain Willow's freedom, but this will only complicate his relationship with Michael further. These conflicts are not limited to those directly involved, as they begin to spread throughout the Corinthos family. Carly, with her strong protective instincts, may join the fray to defend her son and grandchildren. This makes the situation even more tense and difficult to control. The story explodes when these tensions lead to unexpected decisions and unforeseen consequences. Willow, pushed into a corner, may react more strongly than anyone could predict. Her desperation could lead to shocking actions that disrupt the entire balance in Port Charles. In this context, Nina, Michael, Drew, and Carly will all face difficult choices. Will they find a solution to help Willow and keep the family intact, or will their actions only make things worse? The upcoming events promise to be full of drama, with major shocks that will not only change Willow's life, but also redefine all the relationships in the family and community in Port Charles. Nina decides to step in for Willow and fight for her rights to raise Wiley and Amelia. A bold and strategic move. Nina not only wants to protect the interests of her daughter, but also sees this as an opportunity to assert her position and influence in the Corinthos family and the Port Charles community. However, this decision sparks a series of unavoidable conflicts and disasters. Nina's proactive involvement in the legal battle makes Carly feel threatened. Carly, with her strong protective nature, views Nina's actions as a direct attack on her family. This escalates the already tense relationship between the two women to a breaking point. Carly is determined to protect Wiley and Amelia from Nina's influence and begins plotting to counter her efforts. Michael, although still hurt by Willow's betrayal, is uncomfortable with Nina's deep involvement in his family's life. He fears that Nina will use Willow's mental instability to control the situation and worsen his relationship with his children. Michael may cooperate with Carly to develop counter-strategies, creating a tense battle both legally and emotionally.